What's up, guys? Me back again, and today we'll have a showdown replay. So in this match, I'm on the bottom of the screen here. I have a pretty balanced team. I have the water fire core in Keldeo Heatran, um, and then I have a grass Ferrothorn just to take fairy hits such as a Zoom Rail. Um, my main MVPs on my team are probably Mega Metagross. I want to try that out just because it's so good. And Lander's Therian, a Scarf, hits a lot of things, gets momentum. And also I have Karen Black. It's pretty good. I mainly use it for Rotom and Greninja, as I'm actually running Assault Vest, Karen Black, which can eat up hits from Greninja, Bar, Low Kick, but no one really wants that. So, and then for Rotom, because it has Terra Volt, it can hit it with Earth Power. So, against the opponent here, he has a pretty solid team. Um, some threats are definitely Entei. While it's probably like Yu, I think. It's actually pretty good just because of the Sacred Fire burn and the coverage it has with Bulldoze, and the chip damage with extreme speed. So I need to really watch out for that Pokemon. But other than that, pretty standard team. He has the Mega Beedrill. I also need to watch out for that. And what I mean by that is I need to keep Landorus Theron healthy so I can check it, or else that thing will be a big threat to my team. So let's get on the matchup. So throughout this replay, I'm gonna probably pause it and just explain my thought process when I was doing the battle. So first turn, I lead with Landorus Theron as he leads with his Rotom. Now, because the first turn of the game and I don't really want to over predict here, I'm just gonna go for the U-turn. There's really no reason to over predict. I mean, there's no reason to stay in with Landorus Theron on a Rotom anyway. So I will U-turn out into my Karen Black just because I can take any hit, and I don't really mind the Will-O-Wisp here because my physical moves are Outrage and Fusion Bolt, and those two moves won't really be doing anything just because nothing is weak to Electric on his team, and although Latios is weak to Outrage, I'm going to be slower than it anyway, so um, basically Karam's Black's physical moves won't be doing too much in this match. But so I will go for the Earth Power as the safe play. I'm pretty sure he knows I have it, so he does later Scizor. Good play right here. And honestly, this turn I just stayed in. You might think this is a bad play. I just went for Ice Beam, but the thing is, I know he wouldn't go for Bullet Punch just because I have Ferrothorn, Metagross, and Heatran, all resist it really well. But so he probably would go for the superpower here, as he does. I didn't want to switch out into Landorus Theron here because what I said before earlier was that I need Landorus Theron to check Beedrill, so I did not want to get, even though I would get an Intimidate off on the Scizor, I did not want to get chip damage or just residual damage piling on to the Landorus, as I do need it for Beedrill and Entei also, just because of E-Speed from Entei that can knock me out if my Landorus is low enough. So I will go out into my Metagross now. I can take it zero power since it's -1 and it has increased defense when it's Mega'd. So I will go for the it's kind of misplay here. I actually went for Earthquake. I don't know why. I should have went for Meteor Mash or even Zen Headbutt, predicting the switch, but that was just a bad play on my part. But I do not want to risk the burn. Actually, no, my bad. I went for the Zen Headbutt here because I felt like switching out into Ferrothorn was too obvious, but he actually ends up holding a Hydro Pump. I don't know why he didn't go for Will-O-Wisp. I guess Heatran was obvious, but even if I did go out to that, he could have went for the Hydro Pump on the following turn. But I do stay in, and I do knock him out. I don't know. The next turn, I come close to knocking him out with the Zen Headbutt as he goes to the Volt Switch. Not sure why he went for a Volt Switch instead of Willow on that turn, but anyway, he goes out into his Latios, and I do not want to stay in. And he makes a really good play here. He predicts the switch into my Ferrothorn and goes to the HP Fire. A really good play. In hindsight, I should have went to Heatran, just a much safer switch, and because I don't know, I feel like HP Fire is probably more common Earthquake, so and this is Spadef Heatran, so I felt like I should have, in hindsight, should have went to Heatran and get the first one, but it's okay. I will go out into Heatran this turn, as yeah, I do go into Heatran, and here he goes for Psyshock, knowing because he has HP Fire, he won't have Earthquake, so I will stay in and go for the would I go? No, I'll pull a double because I know he will switch out because he can't really hit. He's trying anything. I will pull the double. I think I predicted the Rotom because let's see. Yeah, his Rotom was at 10.5 as you can see. So um what I predicted was him going to Rotom and trying to get a pain split off. So I did not want that to happen. So I did pull a double into Metagross just because I can hit it with a Meteor Mash, potentially get a +1 boost in the attack, or just knock it out with Zen Headbutt. But so I did predict that, but he actually ends up going to Entei, which is I'm not sure what he was thinking. I mean that was a good play on his part definitely. But I do not want to stay in as I did Calcs and Earthquake does not kill from this range. So I will pull a double into my Keldeo as I can live any hit. I'm at full health as yeah. And he does go for Sacred Fire. Gets a burn unfortunately. Not sure how much that mattered, but I mean it is 50% chance, so it's not really hacks. As I can freely go for Scald here, as we'll hit anything on his team, including Latios, because I can get a burn. So Skull was my best play there. As he does go to Latios now, I do make a smart switch into Heatran. I can take any hit. As he does end up going to Side Shock. But now this here was critical. I knew he wouldn't switch into Beedrill, Scizor, or Magnezone simply because they're weak to fire. So really the best switch is Entei, because it resists my dual stab, and also it can pretty much take any hit. But I do. This is like probably the play of the game. I land the Toxic. Oh my goodness, this was such a critical moment because what this allows me to do is because Entei was such a big threat. It allowed me to wear him down just because I had Protect onto my Mons, that is Heatran and Ferrothorn. So I was able to land this Toxic, and basically Entei's utility has diminished a lot. Simply so now I go to Ferrothorn just because I don't know if he wants to go for Bulldoze, he can. But other than that, I don't really care if Ferrothorn dies, as I'm just saving it for fodder right now. This is a fodder. So he does go for Bulldoze. Protect, in hindsight, I should have went for Stealth Rock on this turn, as Protect was so obvious. But, you know, I just went for a safe play. I went for Protect this turn. As he goes to the Magnezone, now, here's something strange. He actually just running Analytic. I think he told me after the match. He's running Analytic Magnezone and not Magnapul. Generally, most people run Magnapul, but he's running Analytic, so I guess he predicted my switch into Heatran. That's why he went for a Volt Switch. But I do stay in. I am going to get my Rod. That's big. That's huge also. That's going to wear down the Entei and just does nice damage to his other mons upon switching. So he does U-turn out. My Ferrothorn is dead now. But now I have switched to my Keldeo as he goes into his Scizor. And I can freely go for the Scald and knock the thing out. But I will die to the burn damage. As now, looking at his team, Lander is primed to do some work. So I do go into that. He goes to Magnezone now. This is not really 50-50. It's more in my favor because the only thing that they can take an Earthquake is Latios, and Heatran just watch Latios. So there's no reason for me to not go for Earthquake here, as I can just like see he goes Latios, but I can just go into Heatran right now, as he goes for Defog. Good play, guess. As right now I can just really go for the Lava Plume, since his Latios can't really do anything to me, and with Lava Plume I can actually get a burn on his Latios. But I do give Lava Plume. He goes in Beedrill. I guess that's his best play, and pretty much that's pretty much gonna wrap up the game. Not really though. He's trying to pull doubles, but uh, because I know his choice specs, uh, I'm just gonna stay and protect and see what he wants to lock himself into. As I just got my landers to take the Thunderbolt now, and at this point, once again, I do not need to predict the Latios, as I do have the Heatran still. So, yeah, this is pretty much the game. Well played on both sides, honestly. But yeah, he's pretty much gonna uh, end the game here, as I will be end up winning 3-0. So yeah, good game. If you guys like this, please leave a like, and I will see you guys next time.